Hello, everybody. My name is Sir Raphael, and today I will be teaching you environmental studies for class 3. Now, everybody, let us turn to page 35 in your Wonder World textbooks, and today we will be learning about birds, right? Now, of course, you know what birds are. Look up, you see birds flying in the sky, look in the trees, you see birds perched on the trees, right? So, today we will be learning more about our friends in the sky, the birds, right? So let us read. We can find birds all around us in the sky, on the trees, in backyards, or on windowsills. A bird is an animal whose front legs are modified into wings, right? Have you ever seen a four legged bird? I don't think so, right? All the birds you see, their front legs basically are turned into wings, right? They have been modified into wings. It has light hollow bones and is covered with feathers. A bird has two legs and feet. It has four toes on each foot. Each foot has long nails called claws that hold the branch when the bird perches on trees. They build nests to lay eggs and keep them safe. Nests keep the eggs warm till they hatch. Birds look after the young ones by feeding them and teaching them to fly. Right, so that is how birds behave. Right, they build nests and they lay eggs and they keep them warm, they keep them safe, and then when the young ones hatch, the birds, the parents, especially the mothers, they feed the young ones and teach them to fly. Look at the picture on the right. You see a bird, you see the different parts of the bird, you see the beak, right? That's normally where the mouth is. Then you see the bird has feathers, and then you see the bird has legs, and then you have see the claws, which they use to sit on branches, to hold on to branches, right? Now let us look. Did you know the study of birds is called ornithology, right? Ornithology. Dr. Salim Ali was a famous Indian ornithologist. He is called the Birdman of India, right? The study of birds is called ornithology. Ornithology sounds like a very interesting field of study, right? And so you have different birds and different features. Birds that we see around us have many interesting features. Let us learn about some of them. The parrot has green feathers and a curved red beak. It can be taught to repeat what we say. Right? Have you ever seen a speaking parrot, a talking parrot? A parrot repeats everything we say, right? Very fascinating creature. The sparrow is a small speckled brown bird that we see around our homes. It has a dark brown claws and a chirpy call. The crow has black or dark gray feathers and a black beak. It caws loudly to warn its companions of danger, right? Have you ever heard a crow? It goes caw caw, right? And many of these birds make different noises as well. The pigeon has gray, black, or brown feathers and pink claws. Pigeons gather in groups on our windowsills or balconies. Pigeons are very common. You see pigeons flying everywhere, right? And the peacock has green and blue feathers. It has a fan shaped crest on the head. When it rains, the male peacock dances, displaying its beautiful feathers. Have you ever seen a peacock? Have you been to a zoo? Right? Peacocks are very beautiful, right? The duck is a white or brown water bird. It has webbed feet for swimming, right? Have you seen ducks? Ducks can swim on the water, right? Ducks and swans, right? Swans as well. The kite has a hooked beak and eats small animals. It flies high in the sky, and when it sees some food, it dives down to grab it. Right? Have you seen a kite? A kite is very similar to an eagle, right? Kites and eagles behave very similarly. And then we will learn about the last topic for today is birds and their beaks. The shape of a bird's beak depends on what it eats. Birds eat a lot of food because they need energy to fly and keep their bodies warm. Birds eat grains, fruits, seeds, worms, eggs, and insects. Some birds eat small animals, water birds eat fish. A parrot's curved beak helps it to eat seeds, nuts, and fruits. Sparrows and pigeons have short, pointed beaks to break and crush seeds. Birds like the eagle and hawk hunt and eat small animals like rats and moles. They have strong, sharp, hooked beaks to help them tear the meat. Woodpeckers have long, pointed, strong beaks to make holes in the tree trunks. They search and catch insects hiding inside the holes. Water birds, such as pelicans, have long scissor-like beaks with which they can pick up small fish. The hummingbird has a long, thin beak that can reach inside a flower to sip nectar. Right? Look at the picture of the different birds. The eagle has a hooked beak, the long, pointed beak of a woodpecker, and the long, thin beak of a hummingbird that helps it to sip nectar of flowers. Right? So basically, the eagle it the eagle and the woodpecker and the hummingbird have all different looking beaks because they use the beaks for different purposes, right? The woodpecker makes holes into tree trunks, so it needs a very strong and pointed beak, right? So ducks have broad flat beaks with holes in them. Have you ever seen a duck? Have you seen its beak? It's broad and flat and it has holes in them. They dive underwater to find their food, but they also take in a lot of rubbish along with the food. Their beaks function their beaks function like sieves. Do you know what a sieve is? Go to the kitchen and ask your mother what a sieve is. Like a sieve is basically an instrument that we use to to distill or separate the fine flour from the rough flour, right? Basically, it functions as a sieve that separates the food from the rubbish. So just like we use sieves to separate the fine wheat from the coarse wheat, they use the ducks use the beaks like sieves to separate the food from the rubbish. The water flows out from the holes in their beaks, right? So we have different animals with different kinds of beaks, right? Very fascinating, right? So we'll come to the end of the lesson today, and your assignment will be provided in the WhatsApp group. All right. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.